you tell Gabrielle you're part of the program?
No. Maybe. Maybe not. So she told me her two darkest secrets that she's never shared with anybody. You know, she cried and she opened up to me. At that point, I was like, okay, like, this is real. Like, this is not a game. This is not a joke. And she even looked at me in my eyes and she's like, Angel, like, I'm not playing games with you. Like, this ain't no fun. Like, I'm really falling for you. When I realized how intimate we were getting and how close we were getting, I was just like, okay, like, I gotta be upfront with her. I had just let her know, I was like, yo, look, you know, I'm in here as an undercover inmate.
Do you understand how serious this is?
Yeah, kind of.
This is actually really serious.
Yeah.
Because it's not about Gabrielle and your relationship, but it's about how that can get out. You might trust Gabrielle, but things get out and feelings change.
Yeah. I just know she's not gonna do it.
You hope that she's not.
She's not gonna do it. Yeah. I know she's not gonna do it. That's how close and intimate we are.
What does she know about the program?
All she knows is that I'm in here as an undercover inmate and that I'm supposed to be exposing the, like, grimy that's going on within the facilities. That's it. She thinks I'm the only one.
Could you tell me why you had to tell Gabrielle?
Because I knew I was gonna fall in love with her. And I knew she was gonna fall in love with me. And I didn't want to break her heart when this aired.
There's us that are still gonna be in there. There's Stephanie that's in there.
Okay.
I definitely have to talk about this with people.
Okay. Am I gonna get kicked out the program?
I don't know. My job is to ask questions. This is a really serious issue.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand the risk right now, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of layers going on.
Yeah.
But be safe.
Okay.
Please don't say anything. Keep
Yeah,
your mouth
yeah.
shut,
I will,
obviously.
yeah.
Let's just we'll go to the next step, okay?
Yeah.
It's a very scary spot that you're in. Be safe.
My whole body immediately went in shock. I literally was shaking. Why the would you tell somebody that? Could you be that dumb? I thought Angel was very stupid to do that. If I can find another word right now for stupid, I would. Without a shadow of a doubt, Angel was a fool to trust any inmate. I was worried about now who's gonna suspect me of being the plant. Because I hung out with Angel a lot. We walked together, we talked together, we talked about things in the program.
You may start your conversation now.
Hello? Hey! Just got some news just now, so... Yeah, I can't really... I mean, if you don't want to talk about it? Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a real big deal.
It's been rough for you?
Yeah.
People are not stupid by any means. Angel put everyone at risk. Everyone who works on this program, she put everyone at risk. We were in a cell with gang members who love to fight. I'm in a lot of danger right now because they're gonna be very, very suspicious of who I am.
My heart is like racing. I cannot wait to get out of here.
She failed as a participant. Angel put everything at risk.
Okay, bye.
Gabby suspects me, but I'm trying to stir things in a different direction so she doesn't.
going on?
It's a lot.
We have a situation.
Right.
It pertains to Angele. Angele basically admitted in an interview to us that she has told her girlfriend, Gabby, what the true nature is of her purpose here. She's basically blown her cover.
On purpose.
Yeah. She is in love, and she felt like she had to be honest with Gabby.
People frequently come to jail and find whatever it is that they're missing in the free world, and that's what's happened here with Angele.
From what we understand, she's not mentioned the name of the show that we know of. She's just said that she's a plant. She's told Gabby that she's here gathering information for the facility.
My concern is what we've invested in the program to get what we intended to get, and we're not going to get that full product.
Well, this is where we want to talk through, like, how do you handle this, right?
I think leaving her in, it will be counterproductive now at this point. She's got to go. There's no way she can stay in this program now.
All right, Angel, want to do an interview? All right, let's go. All right, ladies, we'll see you in a second. Wow.
We need to have a talk with you. I think you know why we need to have a talk, don't you?
Yeah, I already know.
Why do you think we need to have a talk?
Because I already know.
Y'all ready now?
I know.
Let me start off. I'm going to be very direct with you. I think we owe it to you, at least, to be direct so that you don't have any expectations. But we think that this relationship that you're involved in, and, out in the world, I don't care what you do. But in here, you're my undercover operative. Do you understand that? You're almost like an employee of the sheriff's office. So you can't be in a relationship with an inmate, even a consensual one.
So exactly, how did you put it out there to her?
I was like, yo, I have something to tell you, and I don't want you to feel betrayed by me. And I saw her jaw, like her gut just get that like queasy feeling, like what the is it that you have to tell me? And I was like, I am working as an undercover, I'm working undercover for the warden to expose the that's going on inside this facility.
Okay.
I don't think you fully understand the consequences of what's going on here. There are other participants that are in that pod. And frankly, your actions have put everyone in serious danger. So what I'm going to tell you right now, so that you're not left, dangling and wondering what in the world's going on, we're going to end your participation in this project. You're done as of right now. Do you have any questions of us?
Would you have done anything differently? Do you have any regrets to
No.
the decision you made? I didn't think you did.
Sure don't.
Okay.
Did the consequences of that decision as far as the purpose of you being undercover, the safety of other participants, or the safety of the production crew? Did any of that occur to you at the time?
Do I feel like I jeopardize them in any kind of way? No, because they're inside this jail filming this show. Therefore, they're jeopardizing themselves anyway.
I served in the United States Marine Corps. I commanded the sheriff's office SWAT team. And I never told an undercover of mine that said it's all right to tell one person you're undercover so long as you don't tell anyone else you're undercover. It doesn't work that way. You're undercover all the way.
To make it very, very clear, people do not know this is 60 days in. Gabrielle does not know this is 60 days, and she thinks that I'm working for the warden, just to make that real clear. I never mentioned anything about another participant. I only said that it was me. Okay, I'm not that damn dumb. So I never even mentioned anything about Stephanie. She doesn't have the slightest clue about Stephanie.
One of the things I want you to think about is, why did I blow this? Not only did you go full-on inmate, but you seem to have said at some point, forget what this is about, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. So it might sound a little harsh, but yeah, you blew it and I wanna know why.
What me and Gabrielle has is real. And if we end up together, I have no regrets about this experience. This experience was beautiful.
And before I forget, are you moving to Atlanta?
No.
Anyone moving?
Family.
She's gonna move. If she can't, then I'd possibly come to Atlanta.
This is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
You're gonna be released into the custody of the production crew. You're not going back to the main jail.
Why not? I thought I have to do the whole...
So when you don't remember already, when I said your participation in this project is over as of this moment, that's what I meant. It's over.
Okay.
This situation with Angele is definitely unprecedented and needs to be handled in a unique manner. Angele blowing her cover has really placed all the other participants at risk of being identified. If word gets out that we have undercover participants in the Fulton County Jail, it puts the participants at risk of being dealt with in a violent manner. Due to the nature of this breach, Angele is going to be removed from the jail. She's going to be taken straight to a hotel room where she will not be able to make phone calls or talk to anyone, and her activities will be monitored.
I found love in a dark place. It was real. It wasn't a facade. It's hard to find genuine love. So when I captured that, I told myself I was going to hold on to it. And I felt that if I didn't tell her that I was going to be like betraying her in the end. I told myself I'd rather lose all of this and have her than to have all of this and lose her. The decision to tell Gabby, the decision to be with Gabrielle, I knew it was no turning back. I knew it. I guess people could be like, oh my God, love is so blind. But I mean, I trust her. I don't feel that it put the program at risk. She doesn't know about Stephanie.
All right.
And you are free to the world.
I'm just not worried. I don't know, I genuinely trust Gabrielle. I genuinely trust Gabrielle.
Where the is my baby? They told you to do that?
Angele has been placed into the custody of the production crew, where she will face the repercussions of her actions.
So, clearly it was a violation of contract too. However, we'd like to offer the opportunity to cure the breach. Okay. The terms of that, however, would be a sequestration. It's basically staying inside and away from contacts, friends, family.
So pretty much for the next 2.5 weeks, I can't contact like my mom or nobody. Just pretty much as if I'm still incarcerated.
Yes. We basically be pretending that you're still in so that we don't jeopardize anyone who is still in.
Okay.
Particularly Stephanie, you know, who, you know, we're monitoring like what's going on in that unit right now.
Yeah.
To understand whether there's like chatter, and they're gonna try and figure out, okay, was somebody else here? But then also, news always travels. We have multiple folks at the other facility as well.
You know, if she wanted to say something, she would have been said something by now.
Really, at the end of the day, and everybody here knows this, like, we care more about your safety than we do about the show.
Okay.
So that's where we are.
Wow.
So we would put you up in a hotel. These 2 paragraphs reference the sequestration.
So I do have to sign it, or?
Yeah.
Dang, I gotta sign my real name.
Yeah.
It is absolutely necessary for Angele to be sequestered and cut off from the outside world so that we preserve the security of this program. We cannot risk Angele trying to get in contact with Gabrielle for any reason. That means for Angele, she cannot have any phones or access to a computer for the duration of the program. Now that Angele has been processed out of the jail, she's in the custody of the production crew, where she will be monitored for 24 hours a day until the end of the program.
You guys might be looking at it, oh, she blew her cover, but she's really important to me. I mean, she's all I'm thinking about right now. That's what's so crazy, you know? She's a phenomenal woman, and, you know, I think that's the issue is, like, people look at these inmates and they're just like, oh, they're inmates, but, like, a lot of those women are really good people, you know? They just up. I really care about Gabrielle, and it just sucks right now because I really wish I could have told her goodbye. That's the only thing that honestly sucks right now. I admitted to what I did. I wasn't gonna lie about it. I admitted to it, and now I'm dealing with repercussions. And I really, really genuinely do love her, and this is one hell of a love story that just came out of this whole situation. Love is really hard to find, especially when that is just comes naturally. And I've never had too much love in my life. So I hold on to the little that I get. That's for damn sure. Still be in jail. I mean, do I think like, man, I probably shouldn't have said anything to her? I mean, that crosses my mind, but it doesn't stick. Like, having found love in such a dark place, I can never regret that. You know, I can never regret that. You know, I grew up in a very violent household, where it's just really all about tough love and, you know, not any kind of like nurturing. The only little nurture that I got was from my mom. So to have had that with inside these walls, I wouldn't take anything back, you know. I just wish I could have said goodbye. I don't know. I was able to open up with these women. These women were able to open up with me. I definitely feel like I accomplished something in there. As far as, you know, what I said, you know, I told him, I was like, you know, I never said anything about 60 Days In. Like, I never said that, oh, I'm on a 60 Days In TV show and this is what.
You recognize it's not just the show name, though? That it goes beyond?
It goes, like, with the whole, I don't know, what?
The whole, the safety of the other participants in there, that it's not the show name that is that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that you were undercover, that there's plants in there, that you, like, do you recognize that?
Yeah, I mean, I recognize that, but at the same time, I never exposed any of that. But, you know, I hope that, you know, they don't find any kind of, like, leads onto Stephanie, which I don't understand how they would be able to do that. Yeah,
And not even just Stephanie.
Yeah, about the camera crew and everybody.
What about the men's facility?
The man, what do you mean the men's facility? As far as what?
Word travels in jail.
I just, like I said, I don't know. We're gonna see how this unfolds. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna see how it unfolds.
So, what about Angel?
She
She's gone.
Where'd you go?
Home, I assume.
Yeah, but really,
There's just so many conspiracies.
you think she was set up in here? Really? No.
So unless you sit here and tell me she confessed it to you, I don't believe that.
I don't believe it anyway.
For what though?
She's a cop. She's an actress.
She was hired. She was hired.
She was hired. By who?
She came here to do a job, to observe, take notes, just experience and report back to the chief. When the doors popped open, I went to their cell to see what's going on in everybody's mind. What is that, girl?
I want to interrupt some conversation.
Oh, you were interrupting. Something you probably don't already know.
No, but then I already don't know.
Then I started asking her about her charges, and she just kept saying some county name. And I went to my little pamphlet and was like, Metro Atlanta does not contain any of the counties that you think you just told me. So there's line number one.
Yeah.
Like,
That's crazy.
It's all a lie.
I mean, honestly, at this point, it probably all is. Angel was a fool to trust any inmate, especially Gabby. Definitely a fool. She didn't mean to meet me and feel the way that she felt and live a lie to me. She compromised her position. They were watching that happen. Everything that we know is not the truth. My life is definitely in danger. Angel should have known. Who was always walking with you? Me. Who was always talking to you? Me. Yeah. Now I'm the #1 target. Somebody's gonna be dead in this pod.
Although Angele blew her cover, I still want to meet with her because she has valuable information about the jail.
Well, hello there.
How you doing?
Good.
Hey, how you?
Good, good.
So we removed you from the program because you got, intimately involved with a fellow cellmate. And we felt that that would jeopardize the security of the program on so many different levels. But now you're in the middle of a situation that could become volatile. I mean, do you see that possibility?
No.
That didn't occur to you?
No, it didn't.
Our concern is, as an agent of ours, there's just certain things you can't do.
The thing is, I knew what I was doing, and I am no different from a lot of those women and what they've been through, what they experienced. You know what I'm saying? I am no different from any of those women. So do I regret making these connections? Do I feel as if, consequences or something might come? Yeah, they might come, but guess what? I'ma own it.
Did you ever just think about any sexually transmitted diseases that any of the other inmates could have had? Were you aware and were you willing to take the risk that came along with it?
Yeah.
Your behavior, do you think that it was acceptable behavior? What you did, everything you chose to do?
I became an inmate.
As far as you're concerned, you're more inmate than participant at that point.
Yes, I fell in as an inmate. And that's why I was able to honestly connect with a lot of the women that I connected to.
Do you think that Gabby will continue to keep the secret that you shared with her?
Whatever happens, happens. And I'm, ready to deal with whatever gets thrown my way.
I've just been informed that Gabby has talked to other inmates. She's talked to MJ about you being an undercover, so to speak. She's also talked to several other people.
Basically, everybody that was in there now.
I can't believe that. There's no way. She never mentioned anything
It's on video.
about...
They're talking about it. It's on video.
We've been advised. I'll just say that to you. We've been advised.
Now, Stephanie, who was in there with you, she's a target now. Your actions have put everyone in serious danger. Before anybody gets hurt. I think you know what I'm gonna have to do now, and that is shut down the whole thing. The program is done. We're gonna get Stephanie out for her safety, and we're gonna end this before anybody gets hurt.
Whatever's meant to happen is gonna happen. I mean, the act is done at this point. I can't, yeah, okay. I mean.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
I tell y'all, I got a story out of this.
Absolutely.
So I got what I wanted. So yeah, all right.
Collected all the data should be collected. You haven't gotten a phone call or text or voicemail from anybody. Okay. Do you have a pen and paper in your hand? I just want you to just try to three-way a phone number for me. 5. Her name's Angel. Just try, you can say, hey, it's Gabrielle's mom. Just try the three-way though.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Be living here for a year. Being out back in civilian world is a weird feeling. I'm not joking about that. Like, you guys don't understand how much I still feel like an inmate. But I honestly do believe I'm gonna end up with Gabrielle.
When do you think you'll talk to her again?
When this is done, she's gonna be the first person that I call.
Oh, well, then just hang up. It's cool. Did it ring all the way through or went it straight to voicemail?
She didn't ride with you?
Somebody that I met in reference to just some rehab information and like future job information, but she left, so I just really she left while I was gone. Yeah, so.
What do you think she'll say when you tell her what happened?
You know, I just let her know that I'm sorry for putting her through everything, because just as much as my feelings are involved, I know her feelings are involved. You know, and sometimes I could be selfish, clearly, but sometimes it leads me into these kind of situations, which this isn't like the first time. I always tend to learn like the hard way. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Like, even with Gabrielle, I hope we just work things out. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, no big deal. All right, love you too. Bye.
Yeah.
I really do believe that with Gabrielle, we truly found real love. She even said, like, I vow to have my heart wait for you. As soon as I get access, I'm gonna call her mom and see how she is. I really do wish that I could have stayed the whole time. And I think what upsets me is that I got distracted. But I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. You know, I f***ed up and I made a mistake. And now I have to live with it. It just sucks that I gave up my identity.
Welcome to 60 Days In, The Aftermath. I'm Soledad O'Brien. We just wrapped up season 4 of 60 Days In, where a second round of undercover inmates struggled to survive in a tough world full of gang violence, rampant drug use, and dangerous conditions. On the heels of a successful Phase 1, the Phase 2 participants continued the investigation into the Fulton County Jail, hoping to bring about positive change at the facility. But this season ended in a way that nobody could have imagined. So tonight we're going to finally get the inside story. Angele, how are you feeling?
There's no love lost, no love gained. So it's just, pretty mutual right now.
You're not feeling nervous?
No.
This
I'm
conversation?
Not. Yeah, pretty confident right now.
Okay. I want to talk in depth with each of you about your specific journeys. I'd like to turn and get a little more in depth into your story, Alan, and you've talked a little bit about being a police officer. I know you went into this hoping that you could show sort of the positive side of law enforcement.
Going through this experience and kind of living it myself a little bit, being called the white boy by correctional officers, or, hey, white boy, go in your cell, or, hey, white boy, do this. It kind of opens your eyes a little bit, and it's just kind of one of those things where I can understand where there is some frustrations with law enforcement in general, so.
When there's a frustration, I've heard it a couple of times from different white people, that there's a frustration about discrimination. I'm always so interested if it just pisses you off.
Welcome to my life.
Well, I was gonna ask, or does it just frustrate you and piss you off, or do you feel like, wow, I now understand?
These women are dehumanized. These men are dehumanized. They are not animals. They are not wicked people. They've made mistakes. They make human errors. I really genuinely hate the fact that that is the only thing that's highlighted is the gangbangers and all these fights.
I'm gonna say something provocative here, and I mean to. We're making excuses for that violence.
What excuse am I making?
The minute a police officer jumps on somebody, and the whole neighborhood comes out saying, oh, how terrible that is, then it's time to have social commentary.
Amen.
So which violence is permissible and which violence isn't?
I'm speaking real. What you mean an excuse?
I am too. I'm being very real too. This is black on black crime in jails.
Yeah.
Okay.
This how it's black on black on the street,
Okay.
yeah.
Very much so. But we seem to be humanizing that. But the minute a cop is involved, we need to jump up and down and tear down the town.
So can I raise another thing, which is, there's no such thing as black on black crime, sir. There is crime.
Yes, crime. I agree.
Right? White people kill white
that.
people, black people kill black people. People are more likely to get killed by the person of the same race.
I'm glad that got put out there.
I'm going to disagree with that, period, full stop, number one. And number two, with tremendous respect, I will argue that there is a difference between two people fighting and a police officer who is given a charge by the community to uphold the law with a civilian. I would argue those are two different standards.
I would agree with that in that we expect more from our law enforcement.
And we give them a weapon, and they're hired and paid by the community to uphold the law and reach certain standards. That's just my 2 cents, because we're going to.
But my point here is, I cannot tolerate any level of violence.
What's going on?
Nothing.
No, because you're you're cursing me under your breath.
Just,
so I would love to hear.
It's just a frustration with
It's a frustration of knowing. He's on the side of never mind.
What they're trying to say.
He's on the side of law enforcement
that
because
oppresses his
he's
own people.
Well, no,
Heaven forbid somebody be on the side of law enforcement. God forbid that happen.
Really? Amen, brother.
So for the women, all of you saw drugs. Some of you guys were helping investigate, and then some of you guys were doing a little more than that.
I mean, were you not worried about getting arrested for using a prescription pill because you knew that was against the law?
I wasn't worried because I realized with the jail system, it's not a form of wanting to fix things. It's more of a form of wanting to control. And in my opinion,
what do you mean?
Excuse me, let me finish. Let me finish, sir. You can't control me on this set.
I just asked a question.
Excuse me, but anyway, so
I mean, Nate's question was, weren't you concerned that you're already behind bars on a program that could easily turn into actually being behind bars if someone caught you?
No.
High risk.
I wasn't concerned.
You weren't worried about it.
You make the statement that I'm trying to control you. I'm looking at a public health, public safety issue. And let me explain why. Because in my 30 years, I've seen what drugs do to people.
Same.
I've seen people with 20-year-old minds smoke something that was given to them by someone they did not know, that was tainted with who knows what, and their brain is no more good. My whole point in all of this was your health, returning you back to your family the way I got you.
Are you
not
healthy?
with some,
Yes.
not
Me
with
too.
some busted up brain that's addicted to who knows what out there now.
We're finally ready to discuss the surprise ending to season 4. So, Jacqueline and Matt, something you guys might not know, was that actually one of the participants intentionally broke her cover and compromised the program. And then, Colonel Adger, you decided that for everyone else's safety that you would shut it down. You would pull everybody out.
Right.
Let's show the clip of sort of what led up to the program being shut down.
Oh, God, Gabrielle is stunning. Oh, she is a beautiful woman. When I saw Gabrielle for the first time, I was like, man, this is gonna be trouble. Gabrielle, she's feisty. She's really feisty. You know, we started off at a strong connection. Like, we flirt with each other. And then from there, it grew more and more into like emotional and mental connection. Scoot over. And I mean, we've even shared the love yous. Like, I told her, I was like, I love you. She's like, I love you too. So now every time we're together, I'd be like, love you too, love you too.
So sweet. You know, everybody needs somebody. Angel makes me laugh. She's working on me. She's doing something to me.
I definitely am falling for Gabrielle. We are just becoming closer and closer. You know, we're sharing like our darkest secrets with each other. So when I realized how intimate we were getting, I had just let her know. I was like, yo, look, you know, I'm in here as an undercover inmate. Knowing how serious me and her were getting, I think that's where I was just kind of like, okay, like I have to let her know what's up. I knew that it was just like, holy like I'm letting someone know. But at the same time, I don't feel that it put the program at risk. Only reason I say that is, like I said, I trust her.
What about Angel? You think she was set up in here? She's a cop?
I've just been informed that Gabby has talked. Program is done.
So before I get to you, Angele, let's talk to everybody else now that you see how it unfolded.
Yeah, it's, you know, real quick. It's funny, you know, she's from the street and all this stuff. She knows everything about the street, but yet she's naive to the fact when she goes in jail that she thinks it's okay to tell somebody that, but yet she's so, like, up with street and stuff. Like, in my mind, if I were to go into jail and be like, yo, I'm undercover, like, that's the last thing I would be doing, like, street or not. Like, if I was from the street, I thought that would be pretty common knowledge not to say some like that.
So you sound very annoyed and angry.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you be?
Anybody else want to weigh in?
With me and Angel, we trained together, and I was real worried about her. And the reason why, because she came in like a firecracker. She had her hat backwards. She's, you know, I loved her right away. Yeah, that's my girl. I'm rooting for her. When I found out that she fell in love with somebody, ain't nothing wrong with that. Love is love, man. You know, you can't stop a heart. But we're your brothers and sisters here. We're the ones that went in there with you. You know what I mean? We went in there with a bond, that we're doing this for the colonel, we're doing this together. I was so mad because I had a plan to reach out to certain kids out there. And I was touching one at a time, and I'm like, man, I'm on a roll. This is it. If I could just touch one person, that's it. You robbed me from that. And I was so mad when I found out, you know?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Johnny.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But I understand because it's love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's love, and you're young.
Why did you put everyone at risk, though? There's a lot of other ways you could have played it that would have left everybody else out of it, right?
Yeah, that's true. And, you know, I have no excuse for it. I do not make excuses for myself. I can't even give you an answer for that. You know, I am human, you know, and when I went into this program, I didn't look at those women as inmates. I looked at them as humans who made human errors. So I'm not about to judge somebody for what they've done or what they've been through. Because I've seen it. It's different when you're from the hood and you see that pain and you feel that pain walking in somebody's shoes. That's why when Colonel Alger said, oh, he got a chance to walk in their shoes, he ain't walking in their shoes. He's a cop. He's on the oppressor side. And you got these women who are oppressed, you know?
This man
Go ahead.
did 2 months in jail.
Yeah.
How many cops do you know
But that's still
get to do that and
Detective,
keep their
come
job?
on, Colonel Alger. You
And-
know
and
it's
keep their job.
still not walking in these men in these women's shoes.
You
know
haven't
that.
been in his shoes. How can you tell him what he
So we're all walking in each other's shoes then? We all know about each other, right? We all know though, right?
Let me tell you something. For any law enforcement officer who does not have to
I
do
know, I
what
got
he
friends in
did,
the law, I know.
Okay? I mean, he's
Like,
a lot closer to knowing what it's like
I could have
than
been
any other
murdered
cop
inside
in this
that
country.
jail. If anybody found out what I did, I could have been straight up murdered because I'm a cop inside of a jail. There's not like peace, love, and harmony. I would have been shot down, beat down,
Of
dead.
course, because you ain't got to worry about nothing on the outside, right? Do
Well,
you?
I don't have to worry about getting shot, going to work every day. I don't have to worry about filling up
I
a
don't
gas
have
tank,
to
getting
worry.
shot.
I don't have to worry about getting shot.
on,
That's the
now,
same
be for
thing.
real.
Hold
Be for
on. That's
real.
the same thing that we experience all the
Thank
time.
you.
I didn't
You
say y'all weren't, but I'm saying she said I don't have to worry about it.
But the thing is that the reality that you're just expressing right now is the reality that we go through every
On a
single
daily
day.
basis, man.
I get it. But when she's saying that she can't understand what I'm going through, I understand what y'all go through. I do because I work it too. I hate it because I'm not that type of officer.
When you say you understand, this is what the point. It goes on both ways, okay? That's the problem with the society now. We looked on one way. We're on one-way street. We need to stop doing the one-way street and think about both sides of the story and not for everything, color, everything, bad or good.
So can we turn for a minute and just talk about Gabby?
Are you still with her? You communicating with her?
Yeah, she actually called me the other night. I have a deep compassion for her. I really sympathize with her a lot. And I see how we as humans, we lack compassion for those that actually have been through stuff. We lack empathy and just being able to be like, you know what, you up, you have done drugs, you have done this, but I love you regardless.
There's a bit of a gap between
there is extreme gap.
I have empathy and sympathy and I love you as a human being and I want to have sex.
Whoa. First, let's stop there. I do love Gabrielle, and I have not stopped loving Gabrielle. So let's not just compare that with sexual kissing and all that kind of stuff. No, and that's real. Like, that's 100%. I've literally been having struggles with trying to date other people because every time I'm with other people, I think of Gabrielle.
You said that you really looked at the inmates around you as human beings, and you've really struggled with the way you feel like they're dehumanized just by the virtue of the fact of being behind bars. And that was one of the things that drew you to Gabby, that you saw her as a human who'd had some challenges and some struggles. And I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did that turn into, I am attracted to this person, I want to be intimate with this person? That's quite a bit of a gap. True?
Well, I mean, I just fell in love with Gabrielle's soul. I feel that even though people make mistakes and do drugs, and like I said, do all that other, crazy stuff, I do not believe that they are undeserving of love. And that's where my heart lies. And with Gabrielle, I saw that even though, she lied, man, she manipulated me, she deceived me, but damn, I mean, that shows you, even not to call out Stephanie, but you see how it goes. You don't have to be an inmate to lie, to manipulate, to deceive somebody.
So, Angele, you felt badly that you were deceiving Gabby. That was conflicting you, right?
I felt bad that I was deceiving all of them.
So then
I
you
felt
could have
really
given the
bad.
signal and stopped deceiving everybody.
I could have, but I didn't. I'm not about to sit here and pretend and fake like, oh yeah, I'm this perfect person who lives this perfect life and I don't ever get mad, I don't fall in love, la 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 la. Like, that's not me.
I gotta say,
how I'm
listening
gonna
to you
be,
talk, I appreciate your position and all that, but to say because you do something really bad and then your excuse is because I'm human, I don't see that as, that's not a rationalization, that's an excuse.
So, Angele, do you have regrets about what you did?
No, I don't.
You really should.
I should.
When you put a man like Emmanuel that has babies waiting for him, for daddy to come home, and you put him at risk, and daddy might not come home because these bloods might jump him and, you know, beat the living out of him.
They wasn't gonna do that.
They weren't gonna do that because Bucci got his fitness going on. But still, when you put people at risk is what I'm saying, you kind of like, it's okay to say
I love Johnny.
you know, it's okay to say I regret. You know, it's okay to say I regret because you can't save the world with your heart. Even though you want to save the world, you can't save the world with your heart.
I don't understand how you don't have regrets. You have a group of people who you let down very, very personally and not accidentally, right?
Yeah.
She's got street pride. She's very proud, and that's good. But if you want to apologize to us, you've got to understand that along with that comes a real sense of regret, or it rings hollow to us.
That's true. That's true.
It's a form to help other people to understand that that's nothing wrong to have regrets and to grow from it.
Then okay, I have regrets, guy. I have regrets.
There you go.
Well, I feel like you've just been pushed into saying you have regrets.
I think she just realized that. I think she just came to.
You're an interesting conundrum to me, right? A very streetwise young lady, right, who at the same time is ridiculously naive, right, in the same sense, and who also put a lot of people at risk in very serious ways, right? This is not a joke. So if something had happened before people figured it out.
I just want to genuinely apologize to you guys because, you know, even though I am pretty street smart, I was naive with falling in love. Growing up, you know, me and my brother, we lacked a lot of love. So keeping it 100 right now, like whenever I get love, I really hold on to it, even though if I don't know clearly what it is or what it looks like. And in that moment, you know, I know it's not justified, but, you know, that's pretty much where I was at.
Was there any moment where you thought, yeah, but I, want to share myself, but boy, there's a whole heck of a lot of people I'm putting at risk if I open my mouth.
Well,
even
God,
for a moment.
It's actually crazy. I mean, I guess that's true with age, you know. I gotta say, you know, like I said, man, I am real when it comes to who I am, you know. And he's right. With age, I have a lot of immature ways. I tend to be very impulsive, in which I've learned that about myself, and I've actually really have been getting counseling for that and just other stuff in general.
Angele, when you look back at your experience, the good and the bad, what did you learn? What did you get out of it?
This experience really, like, it made me grow up. It forced me to grow up. And since I've been out, I've actually been way more involved in the community. I'm also working at a shelter for battered women, and then also working for a shelter for women and men who've previously been incarcerated. It's just crazy. I feel like I've grown a lot, so.
How many of you would say you're back to normal? Okay, and how many would say back to normal-ish?
I'm getting there.
Was it worth it for everybody?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, it was worth it. It's been 6 months since I've been in Fulton County. Yep, this is my first time back since I got out of jail. Back in the ATL. My experience overall was pretty surreal. Inside, it seems like time's moving by fast, but now since I came out, it almost feels as if I was in jail for like a year. I definitely wasn't expecting to exit the way I exit, but overall, it was a really, really good, beneficial experience. I learned a lot of good things about myself and a lot of things that I should honestly take into consideration about myself. The last time I spoke to Gabrielle, she wasn't doing too well. She had told me that she had got back into drinking and, you know, she cried. And I told her, I said, you know, I'd love to fly you out here so we could spend time together. And she was down for that. She was like, yeah, I would love that. I'd love to see you. So let's do this. And then after that, you know, that's when everything kind of went downhill. I care about her enough to the point where I flew out here to actually look for her, to see how she's doing, to see if she's you know, living and breathing, and she's an addict. She's really hardcore addict, you know. I just pray to God that she's not too far deep back into her addiction. Wow, I remember everything within those walls. Think about all those women that are in there still. When I blew my cover, you know, I had no idea that the program was the whole program was gonna get shut down. People say, oh, well, you know, do you regret it? And it's just like, man, for me to say, it sucks because I regret that I said that I regretted it. I regret that. That's my regret. After the reunion, I really was not regretting it. Especially when, I'm gonna call out Stephanie. You know what I mean? You don't care. Because if you did, you wouldn't have been in here treating it like a game show.
Angel and Gabby's relationship is very odd. Is she really gay? Absolutely not. Would it work? No. But loving each other in a matter of a month, my goodness, that's moving awfully fast.
And here you are, a trifling ass, deceitful person. But yeah, you have the audacity to point the finger, right? It's always the bad people pointing the finger to the people who just trying. God, have I learned that in life. So for me, I'm not even a part of the participant group. Like the whole Facebook group where they're all still friends and they have each other's back and support one another. I'm a part of the inmate group. That. These women deserve love. They're not animals. You don't know their story? If you don't know their story, shut the up. That's my opinion. Hey, what's up, Betty?
Gabrielle?
Well, no, we still can't find her. Me, the family, all of us are trying to find her. We can't find her.
Nancy talked to her. She was like, Betty. She's like, oh, it's so bad. She still hadn't found a job. You know, she was just here and there or whatever.
Yeah. I wonder if she like hiding out or if she's like back, if she just kind of like relapsed and she's back on them drugs and doing that stuff again.
It's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too.
Probably just doing what she got to do at this point, and she don't have anybody else to fall back on.
Well, we trying. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, love you. Bye.
I love you too.
All right, bye. Betty also is worried about Gabrielle. Everyone's worried about her. Like, everyone who genuinely cared about her inside there is worried about her. I'm glad Betty kind of gave me a little bit of clues about where to go, where to search for her out here in Atlanta, and or she might be in Tennessee. We don't know where she's at. I wanted to get a chance to talk to him and understand Gabrielle more, understand their family history, and to find Gabrielle. Wow, it's cool to finally meet you. Wow. Angel, wow.
Danny, pleasure to meet you.
Man. I wanted to meet him for closure and to know if she's alive, if she's breathing. She's the first person I've ever encountered that actually had an addiction to heroin, so I didn't realize it was this heavy.
In 2 days, it'll be 4 weeks since we've had any contact with her.
Yeah.
So right now, like, her life safety is my greatest concern. I just need that clarity. Is she still with us or is she gone?
Her being MIA right now is just something usual.
She'd like partially drop off the map, but she skipped a probation appointment, she skipped a court date. She's on the run.
Yeah.
You know, she's in the winds because she doesn't want to be found.
You know, she told me, like, you know, when I get out, you know, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna get better, and this and that.
Yeah.
She told me that she had some part-time job doing something.
Cleaning a hotel?
Yeah.
She's you.
Oh, she wasn't doing that?
She was never doing that.
Oh, she wasn't working at all?
Not once.
Oh, okay.
She played you.
Yeah.
That's her game.
Did she tell you anything about me and her?
Honestly, Angel, she didn't.
Wow.
Yeah. She's got a pretty face. She'll bat her eyes at you. She'll tell you a compelling story.
Yeah, very compelling
She'll
stories.
relate to you.
Yeah.
You know, she'll sell it.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry you got, but
Yeah.
Gabrielle is a beautiful manipulator.
Even when she was sober, huh?
Yeah. Gabrielle's looking out for Gabrielle.
She is who she is, and there's no one can change that, and not even me, you know. I've been hurt, man. I've been through some in my life.
Right.
And this is probably one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
You know, to care deeply about someone and then have somebody take advantage of, like, your heart and your kindness.
I think she played you.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
I learned a lot about Gabrielle today that I didn't know. She definitely is a good manipulator, and I fell for it. I'm now like accepting it. I'm now kind of in a sense having closure to it all.
Right.
You know, let it go. It's heartbreaking because I really believed in her completely. Not just believed in her like, oh, we're gonna be together, believed in her, but believed that she was going to change, believed that she was strong enough to become that woman whom she wanted to become. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, seriously. For me, it was real. If it wasn't real for her, then that's on her. Like, I gotta grow up and be like, okay, like, it is what it is. Like, she's not gonna change. I feel like I definitely have enough closure. I just miss her, and I just, like, really hope she's okay.